heard exclusively on this Nebraska Rural Radio Association station. Please be sure to thank our sponsors for helping us bring you high school basketball. Now, let's take it to the court.
And welcome back to the York City Auditorium. It is Gene Curtis, joined once again by the Iron Man, Noah Boyd. You have been here since noon today. All the games today. You're gonna need to sleep in tomorrow morning, aren't you?
You know, I would love to, but I've got stuff I got to do tomorrow. I can't be sleeping in every single time.
Well, I'll sleep in for you because I definitely will be.
Thank you.
All right, it is our sixth and final game of the day today. It is the CRC basketball tournament first round. We got boys coming up next. It is Dorchester taking on Shelby Rising City. One thing stands out, Noah, looking at this matchup. Dorchester only has 7 players on their roster.
Yeah.
So they're all going to log a lot of minutes, I'm assuming, because this is an exhausting game. And playing time tonight. They got a pretty equal spread. They got 2 seniors. They have 1 junior, 2 sophomores, and 2 freshmen. So we'll see what Dorchester's got coming out of the gate. They're introducing the players right now. Shelby Rising City over on the other side, and this will be our final game of the day. Of course, we resume tournament coverage Monday afternoon. Monday afternoon, we will have games on both Cool Radio and Max Country, and of course, all of the games we're teaming up with Strive TV, and you can watch them live online. All right, they have announced our starting lineups. Dorchester is coming out to the center of the court. Shelby Rising City getting a quick hoorah in there, and now they come to the center. They shake hands, and we're getting ready for the open jump. It is our final game today. Dorchester taking on Shelby Rising City. Boys basketball action from the CRC tournament first round. The tip was technically won by Shelby Rising City, but they lost the handle on the ball, and immediately we have a jump ball. 5 seconds into this contest, and we have a jump ball, and they're taking this one right back to the center.
Yeah.
All right, this time Shelby Rising City wins it outright, and it will be number 1, Gabe Dutton-Moford. He hands the ball off to number 2, Noah Thalen, and they get it down deep. It is number 4, Isaac Whitmore with the layup, but it is off the mark, and so Dorchester gets the rebound. They have it down deep. They kick it back out to the right side. Passing the ball around, it is number 44, Owen Vanolic, driving to the hoop, and he gets 2. So Dorchester, small in numbers, but early in the lead. They have a 2-0 lead, 7 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Quick pass underneath there by Shelby Rising City, and it was number 3, Dalton Picorni, laid that one up and in, and we have a tie ball game. 1 minute gone in the first quarter. Dorchester taking on Shelby Rising City. Dorchester with the ball. They're working it around, and they kick it out there, and we got a long 3 that just bounced off of the rim. There was a fight going up for the rebound, and it looks like we are going to have a foul on Dorchester, but it is a non-shooting foul, so Shelby Rising City bringing it in from out of bounds. Nixon Thalen has the ball, number 30. He passes it inside to Gabe Dutton-Moford. And they get it inside once again to Dalton Picorni, who once again lays it up and in. And it is a 4-2 lead for Shelby Rising City. Ooh, we almost had an over and back there, but then
cherry picking.
Finding a wide open Chase Tchaikovsky underneath. And we have a tie ball game. That was it was a dangerously close play there. It looked like Owen Reel almost went over and back, but he stopped just short of the line, and then he found Chase Tchaikovsky right underneath the net all
yeah,
by
literally
himself.
just sitting right under there. That's the definition of cherry picking.
He
basically.
could not have been more open, and that tied the ball game. I guess we're going to keep it right
Yeah, we
here.
probably could.
I've been sitting here chatting with you, and I didn't even realize they called a timeout. That tells you.
Yeah, they did. I mean, we could give a little bit more descriptions. We haven't yet. Dorchester wearing the black and orange uniforms and their road uniforms, while Shelby Rising City wearing the white with yellow and blue. It looks like it's kind of actually interesting. We haven't seen a matchup yet where both teams are wearing the same sponsored jerseys, both wearing Jordan jerseys, which is kind of unique, I would say. Not often do you actually see teams wearing that Jordan logo.
Well, they
Always
got
kind of
him.
cool to see it.
Yep. All right, we're back in action here. Shelby Rising City bringing it quick up the court, but it is stolen by Dorchester. Number 1, Andy Drake gets in there and knocked the ball away. However, he was not able to get a handle on it, and it went out of bounds, so it will go back to Shelby Rising City. It is Dalton Picorni bringing it in. He gives it to Nixon Thalen, who works it around to Gabe Dutton-Moford, who works it inside. He was trying to get Picorni inside once again, but the pass was not on the mark, and it goes out of bounds. So Dorchester will bring it in, bring it up the court. It is Dutton-Moford.
Yeah, they really like to get it down to Picorni.
Yeah.
Just give it to him, let him try to lay it up.
Real drives down the lane, puts up a little jump shot that's just a little bit off the mark, and rebound to Shelby Rising City. They work it inside once again. This time it's number 4, Isaac Whitmore, who is able to get that little jump shot down. We got a 6-4 lead. Now Shelby Rising City applying a little pressure, making it hard for Dorchester to get it across, and they cause the errant pass. It is intercepted by Shelby Rising City, and then it was Whitmore who was bumped down from behind by a Dorchester player. I didn't see which one, but that is another foul on Dorchester, a non-shooting foul. So Shelby Rising City will bring it up the court. It is Nixon Thalen. Gets it into number 2, Noah Thalen. And they kick it outside there to Dutton-Moford, whose three-point shot is off the mark. Dorchester running it down the court. Drake with the ball. He gets it over to Vanalik. Then Reel has the ball. He is hacked as he tries to drive down the lane. So that is going to be a foul on Shelby Rising City, but long before he was able to put a shot up, so it will not be Reel going to the line. They're just bringing it back in. Drake with the ball, gets it out to Reel. He hands it over to Tchaikovsky. Tchaikovsky back to Reel, back to Drake. Drake kicks it out to Reel. Reel once again driving in the lane, puts up a layup. A little bit of a wild layup there.
It was a good drive, just not able to stay, secure.
He did not control the shot. Shelby Rising City goes down, misses a layup, but gets their own rebound and pops it right in for an 8-4 lead. We have 4 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first quarter. It is Dorchester taking on Shelby Rising City. Shelby Rising City with the 8-4 lead, but as they were driving down the court, Drake dribbled out of bounds, and so the ball is going to go to Shelby Rising City. Slowly bringing it up the court, it is Nixon Thalen. Kicks it back out right off the foul line. It was Whitmore. Little J, and he got another 2 points on the board, and the Shelby Rising City is suddenly opening this one up. It is 10-4 as Dorchester pushes it down the court. Right now it is Mason June dribbling back and forth. He gets it over to Tchaikovsky. Tchaikovsky over to Vanalik. Tchaikovsky back to Reel. Reel surveying the scene, dribbling. Had a little pick there from Vanalik. Had to stop and pick it up, and now he puts it out to Drake. Drake dribbling off to the right side, trying to kick it inside, but then he punches it back out. It was June who tried to do a layup, but he got blocked by number 2, Noah Thalen. And Shelby Rising City back down quick to the other side of the court. Back to Thalen. He gets it into Whitmore. Whitmore trying to get down there to Picorni again. Picorni likes to get under the hoop, and they feed it to him, and he gets those easy layups, but they weren't able to connect on the pass, and it goes out of bounds. So there's a turnover by Shelby Rising City. They still have the lead, 10-6. 3 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Drake with the ball, gets it over to Reel, gets it to Vanalik, who gets it back to Reel, who drives into the lane, stops, puts up a little jump shot.
I think that might have got blocked.
I think it was partially blocked off of the back. Shelby Rising City running it down the court, and it looks like we have a foul as they were going down that way.
Very high intense game.
Yes.
So far here tonight.
We've had several blocked shots and jump balls and contested shots. Shelby Rising City, they dump it down low to Whitmore. He loses the ball, but he is able to gather it back up. He drives in for the layup and misses it, and Dorchester pushing it down the court fast. Drake with the ball. He gets it, well, he tries to get it into the middle, but it is intercepted by Picorni. Picorni brings it back up the court. It goes out to the right side. Three-point shot from Dutton Mulford. It is off the mark. It is rebounded by Shelby Rising City. And Vanalik and Picorni wrestling for the ball, and it goes out of bounds. And it will be Shelby Rising City ball. For a second there, I thought there was a foul on that, Noah, but no foul.
I thought so too, just the way that the official had gone over and talked to the player.
Woo, they get the ball in quick. A quick three-point shot by Nixon Thalen, and it's nothing but the bottom of the net. And it is 13-4 with 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Vanalik gets it over to June. June passes it down low, back to Vanalik, back to Reel, who puts up a three, and that one is down.
First bucket in a while for
Yes.
the Longhorns.
That was a long drought for Dorchester. They were able to get that three down, and they cut it to a 13-7 lead. Shelby Rising City back working a long, long three that was off the mark there by Thalen. Looks like after pinballing around a little bit, we're going to get a timeout by Dorchester, so we'll be right back in 1 minute. It is 13-7, 1 minute and 36 seconds left in the first quarter. It's CRC boys basketball action. Dorchester losing right now to Shelby Rising City 13-7. We'll be right back on Cool Radio and Strive TV.
This game is brought to you in part by Cubby's with hot and fresh deli food, Godfather's Pizza, and Chester's Chicken. Cubby's, supporting the communities they serve.
Get your car or truck repaired right the first time at Lavander's Body Shops in Grand Island, Hastings, St. Paul, North Platte, Kearney, York, Omaha, and their newest location in Seward.
It is reassuring to know that specialized medical care for you and your family is available in Polk County. At Annie Jeffrey Health Center, we are committed to providing you the highest quality health care available.
And we are back. We're at the York City Auditorium. It is Shelby Rising City leading Dorchester in the boys' side of the tournament, 13-7, a minute and a half left in the first quarter. Dorchester with the ball. Vanalik has it at the top of the key. He gives it to Reel. Reel drives down low, tries to put up a layup, but he is fouled, so he will go to the line. He'll be shooting two here. He has tried to drive down low several times. Reel only 5'8", but he keeps going down in the paint up against the big trees, and this time he got fouled, so he goes for two. And that one hits the back plate and bounces off, so he's 0 for right now, but he's still got one more shot left to go.
Yeah, and Dorchester, I mean, able to make it a pretty close game here before second quarter.
Oh, and he misses both of them. It is swatted down by Hunter Wake, number 12 for Dorchester, but it bounces out of bounds, so it will be Shelby Rising City ball. Score remains 13-7. Whitmore with the ball at the top of the key. He kicks it out, gets it back, gives it off to Dutton Mulford. Mulford over to Thalen. Thalen dribbles to the free throw line, kicks it out to, oh, who was that? Oh, it was number 33, Aiden Zimmerman, puts up a little J, and it does not fall. It was contested over there by the sideline, but it looks like Dorchester will get the ball.
Yeah, and I mean, on the other side, Shelby Rising City, we haven't seen them with a bucket here in a hot minute.
That three-pointer that Dorchester got was like the only basket in the last 5 minutes. We've had a drought on both sides of the ball. All right, Dorchester pushing the ball up the court, and Reel gets it poked away by Dutton Mulford. So I believe that's another foul. Again, a non-shooting foul, but Dorchester will retain possession. They bring it in. Drake has the ball, crosses the timeline, pushed it over to Reel. I'm not so sure Reel was looking for it there for a second, but he did reel it in. And once again, as he is known to do, he drives the paint looking for that layup, and he gets hacked as he's going for the shot. Oh, I think this was a tripping foul.
Yeah, I think it was a tripping as well, because I will say on the floor.
Yeah, so there will be no shots on this. Dorchester trying to inbound it. Vanalik has it, gets it out to Drake. Drake thinks about the three, pulls it back down, is dribbling, looking around. Gets it out to Reel. Reel kicks it out to Drake. Drake again thinks about the three, but pushes it over to Wake.
Should be looking for the last shot, the Longhorns will be.
Oh, nope, they put up a little jump shot. That was Mason June. Only 5'7", but he drove down underneath the land of the trees, and he got that one to fall, and it is now 13-9. Shelby Rising City going for the last shot. It is Whitmore, and he is off the mark. So that's how this first quarter is going to end. 13-9, Shelby Rising City, the Huskies leading the Longhorns. We will take a 1-minute timeout, and then we will be right back with the second quarter of this one. It's first round CRC action from the York City Auditorium. It is Shelby Rising City 13, Dorchester 9, and we'll be right back on Cool Radio and Strive TV.
Central Valley Ag, your local cooperative, focuses on helping you select the best products and services for your operation. Our planet is hungry. Together, we feed it. Central Valley Ag, growing agriculture together.
Nick's Farm Store, your third-generation family-owned farm and outdoor power dealer since 1966. Nick's Farm Store, farm equipment, and a whole lot more. Get back on the road with Ortegren Auto Repair in Stromsburg. Get your vehicle inspected for free today. That's Ortegren Auto Repair in Stromsburg, a proud sponsor of area athletes.
Walters Ag LLC in Shickley, where tradition meets innovation. We are your source for Beck's Hybrid Seed and Pivot Bio-Nitrogen Solutions. Visit our website or call us today at 402-759-1831.
See Copsa Odie and Associates for tax planning, consultation, and preparation. Let them help you with account services, financial analysis, or estate and succession planning. That's Copsa Odie and Associates in York.
Make RC Pit Stop your convenience store in Rising City, located right on Highway 92. For beverages, food, and gas, stop at RC Pit Stop in Rising City.
Welcome back to the York City Auditorium. It is first round CRC tournament action. Dorchester taking on Shelby Rising City on the boys' side of the bracket. We have a steal by Shelby Rising City. Whitmore gets it over to Dutton Mulford, who tries the layup, can't get it to fall, but the rebound by Dalton Picorni, who gets that one down, and a quick 2 points. And then Dorchester trying to get the ball in bounds. Reel lost his balance as he was trying to inbound it and stepped onto the court, and that's a turnover for Dorchester. So Shelby Rising City gets the ball right back.
Wow, and the Dorchester's head coach trying to argue with the official about the ruling there.
Well, he lost his argument because Shelby Rising City got the ball. They were trying to work it inside to Picorni, and he tried to get a layup, and he got hacked on it. So he is going to go to the line and shoot two here, try and add to this 15-9 lead. It is 7 minutes, 32 seconds left in the second quarter. Picorni misses the first of his two shots.
He does lead all scorers tonight with 8 points.
I was going to say, that's about the only thing he's missed tonight so far.
Yeah.
Second shot is true, though, and so now 16-9 is the lead. Shelby Rising City over Dorchester. This time, Dorchester is able to inbound. Shelby Rising City applying some quick pressure there, but backing off as soon as they got near the timeline, and Now Dorchester is going around the horn. June loses the handle on the ball, but he's able to get it. Oh, he tries to get it over to Drake, and it is stolen by Dutton Mulford, and he lays it in. A quick 2 points on the steal for Shelby Rising City. 18-9 is the score. Once again, Shelby Rising City applying pressure, and they're able to get Real to bounce one off of his foot, and it goes out of bounds. And once again, Shelby Rising City gets the turnover, and another timeout. This one to the Longhorns. We'll take a timeout too. It is 18-9, just under 7 minutes left to go in the second quarter. First round CRC boys tournament action. 18-9, Shelby Rising City leading. We'll be back on Cool Radio and Strive TV.
AgWest Land Brokers can answer all of your questions about buying and selling land, and Craig Yurkowski has the experience to make sure you make the right choices. When you go AgWest.
Walters Ag LLC in Shickley, where tradition meets innovation. We are your source for Beck's hybrid seed and pivot bionitrogen solutions. Visit our website or call us today at 402-759-1831.
Make RC Pit Stop your convenience store in Rising City, located right on Highway 92. For beverages, food, and gas, stop at RC Pit Stop in Rising City. Potter Repair in Beaver Crossing, your one-stop for auto and diesel repairs. Don't settle for anything less than Potter Repair. Call EJ or John at 532-3525.
When you need farm equipment, there's only one man to turn to. That's Jerry. Give Jerry and JBI Enterprises a call at 402-366-7533.
Make RC Pit Stop your convenience store in Rising City, located right on Highway 92. For beverages, food, and gas, stop at RC Pit Stop in Rising City.
All right, coming out of the timeout, Shelby Rising City worked it underneath the hoop, but they were not able to get the layup to fall, and rebound goes to Dorchester. So Real once again working it around. He kicks it to Drake. Drake gets it to June. June kicks it back out to Real. Real to Drake. Drake dribbling to the top of the key, looking things over, gets it. Oh, he tries to pass it to Real, and he gets it just a little bit out of his reach, and it goes over his head. That is another turnover. Turnovers have been a killer so far for Dorchester. If it wasn't for the number of turnovers they've had, this might be a closer game, but they've just been letting go of the ball way too often. All right, Shelby Rising City with the ball. Nixon Thalen drives the paint, tries to put up a layup. It is knocked down. It is rebounded by Dorchester. They go down quick. It is Drake putting up the jump shot. It is short. Rebounded by Shelby Rising City. Whitmore has it and is bringing it up the court. Got a new player in for Shelby Rising City. Lane Donner, a freshman, is in over there. They get it down to Picorni in the paint. He puts up a little short jump shot that is off the mark, and now June is bringing it up the court for Dorchester. Got number two on number two. It is June versus Thalen right there, and they get it over to Real. He's communicating with Drake. They've got something planned. He tries to drive the lane once again, gets trapped down there, gives it to Vanalik. Vanalik uses his body and gets his way underneath the hoop and lays one in, and it's 18-11.
I mean, when you have that type of size, you got to use it.
Mm-hmm. He is definitely Dorchester's biggest player, their tallest player. He's going up against a couple of taller players from Shelby Rising City, but he's holding his own down there. But that might be one way that Dorchester neutralizes him, is getting Vanalik more involved on the offensive side. All right. We had another foul. So Shelby Rising City is going to bring it in. They get it out really quick to Noah Thalen. Over there, it is the freshman, Lane Donner, only 5'6", and he puts up a long three-pointer and drains it. 21-11 is now the score. Dorchester brings the ball in. They're trying to bring it up the court, and they get fouled. But again, this is a non-shooting foul, so they'll just take it out in front of their own bench. Real brings it into Drake. Drake pitches it back to Real, back to Drake. Back to Real, across the timeline, back to Drake. Passes it inside to Vanalik. Oh, he lays it in, but it does not go down. Shelby Rising City moving it down the court quick. Woo! We got a bunch of people falling on the ground underneath the hoop, but nobody had the ball, so there were no fouls. There we have Donner with the ball, passing it to Noah Thielen. Back to Donner. He brings it around, gives it to Dutton Moford. Dutton Moford stops like he's going to pop, but then he kicks it back out to Noah Thielen. Noah Thielen gives it to Aiden Zimmerman, who gives it back to Thielen, who puts it up. And it rolls off of the hoop and into the hands of Drake. So it's Dorchester ball. 3 minutes, 50 seconds left to go in the second period. 21-11. Shelby Rising City. Drake drives it to the hoop but misses the layup. It is rebounded by Whitmore. He's bringing it up the court. Miscommunication there. He threw it. I don't know if he was trying to hit Noah Thielen or Gabe Dutton Moford, but he threw it right between both of them, and it hits the bleachers, and that is a turnover for Shelby Rising City. Dorchester has the ball. Andy Drake slowly, methodically bringing it up the court. Moves off to the left, kicks it off to June. June tries to get it to Reel, but it is stolen by Whitmore, who runs down the court and lays it in uncontested. 23-11. That is the lead for Shelby Rising City. Reel having trouble getting it in. He does finally get it in just before the 5 seconds was up. He's bringing it up the court, about to half court, gets it across half court, loses the handle. Shelby Rising City
throws it just right up into the air.
It was Gabe Dutton Moford caught it on the sideline and just tossed it in the air, and it was rebounded by Shelby Rising City. And then Dutton Moford drives it down and goes for a layup, but he misses the layup but gets hacked on the way up. So he goes to the line for two. His team, Shelby Rising City, leading 23-11 with 2:51 in the first half. Here he goes with his first shot. Off the back plate, no good. So he will reset and he'll try once again. Okay, here he comes with his second shot from the free throw line. That one is true. 24-11 is now the score. Shelby Rising City on top of Dorchester. This is first round tournament action in the CRC. Shelby Rising City in command. Dorchester just undermanned. They only have 7 players on their roster. I believe they have played 6 of them so far, if I'm keeping track right.
Yeah, 2 are on the bench currently.
June tries to drive it in. June, one of the smaller players on the court, 5'7", drove it in under some much taller Shelby Rising City players and tried to lay it up and missed. Shelby Rising City sprinted down the court and went up for a layup. It was blocked, but they got it out of bounds, so they get to bring it back in. There is Dutton Moford for a long three, and he drains that one. 27-11.
Yeah, it gives him 9 for the night, tied for team leading and game leading.
All right, Dorchester trying to get something to work. Their biggest player, Vanalik, is on the bench right now. There was a long three there from Tchaikovsky. He missed it. They rebounded it, tried to put a little short jump shot in. Shelby Rising City, they get the rebound, throwing it down the court, and once again, Dutton Moford grabs it on the sidelines and wings it behind his back to save it. And then we got a tie up, and it looks like we're going to have a jump ball here. All right, and that's going to go Shelby Rising City's way. So Picorni is going to bring, we're going to talk about this for a second.
We're going to have a timeout.
We got a timeout. We'll take a quick timeout too. 1 minute, 40 seconds left to go in the first half. It is Shelby Rising City 27, Dorchester 11. We'll be right back with the rest of this first half from the CRC tournament at the York City Auditorium on Cool Radio and Strive TV.
At Cornerstone Bank, our team is committed to providing you with game-changing solutions for your financial needs. With 47 convenient locations throughout Nebraska, Cornerstone is dedicated to providing the service you deserve. Cornerstone Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
When you need farm equipment, there's only one man to turn to. That's Jerry. Give Jerry and JBI Enterprises a call at 402-366-7533.
Potter Repair in Beaver Crossing, your one stop for auto and diesel repairs. Don't settle for anything less than Potter Repair. Call EJ or John at 532-3525.
AgWest Land Brokers can answer all of your questions about buying and selling land, and Craig Yurkowski has the experience to make sure you make the right choices. When you go AgWest.
All right, we are back at the York City Auditorium. First round action, boys CRC tournament. Shelby Rising City currently leading Dorchester 27-11. A minute and 40 seconds left to go in this first half. Whitmore inbounds it to Dutton Moford. Dutton Moford gets it over to Noah Thalen. He gets it back to Dutton Moford, who pitches it inside to Picorni, who goes back to Noah Thalen. Long three, and that is good. Noah Thalen,
shot.
He's the smallest player on the court, only 5'5", but he was able to make that big-time shot, and it is now 30-11 with 1 minute, 10 seconds left to go in the first half. Drake trying to work it around. He's at the top of the key, looking for an open player or an open shot. He decides to drive it into the lane himself, and he is blocked by Picorni. Blocked out of bounds, so it will remain Dorchester ball. But that was a solid block there, and Drake is holding his side like he might be cramping up a little bit. Real, once again, having trouble getting the ball in. He does finally toss it off to Hunter Wake.
Oh, right to a defender.
Throws it right to Dutton Moford, who unfortunately is on the other team. He takes it up hard to the hoop and gets knocked down, and that is going to be a shooting foul. It was Hunter Wake in there. He went down hard. They both went down hard. It was not a flagrant foul, but it just they both tumbled to the court, and it looked a lot worse than it was. But that's going to be 2 foul shots for Dutton Moford here. Puts the first one up and in. Now a 20-point lead, 31-11.
That is the first person here tonight to hit double digits.
There you go. 31-11, 48 seconds left to go in the first half. Here goes his second foul shot, and that one is good.
2 for 2.
32-11 now. Shelby Rising City leading with 45 seconds left to go in the first half. Dorchester trying to get anything to work. Since Vinalik has been on the bench, they have not been able to get any shots to fall. Right there, June drives it in, and again, June, only 5'7", and going up against those 6-footers, is not able to get the layup to go. Donner pitches it inside to Picorni. Picorni goes up to the hoop, but misses an easy layup, and it is rebounded by Dorchester, and they're running down the court. It is Wake, puts up a little floater, and that one misses. Rebounded by Thalen from Shelby Rising City. Noah Thalen. There are a couple of Thalens on Shelby Rising City. Dutton Moford with a long three at the last second, and that one is off the mark, and that's how we're going to end this first half. A dominating performance. Of course, Dorchester only has 7 players on their team, and they just have to be winded because Shelby Rising City is playing an up-tempo, back-and-forth game. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes, but it is 32-11. Shelby Rising City leading Dorchester. First round of the CRC tournament at the York City Auditorium. We'll be back in a couple of minutes on Cool Radio and Strive TV.
At Paliseed, we believe in grown from the ground up, from the field of play to the cornfield. We are proud to support high school athletes.
Be sure to visit Southeast Valley Irrigation and Pruning for all of your Valley Pivot needs, or call them today, 402-353-6775.
This is Heather Ramsey with the ARC Group LLC. We are a locally owned agricultural risk marketing group. Give us a call at 866-574-2724 or visit agriskconsulting.net.
Aurora Co-op is your go-to resource for better information, better products, and better services. And they're also a proud supporter of area athletes. Check them out at auroracoop.com.
Beaver Hardware and Supply is your hometown hardware store. Whatever the project, Beaver Hardware and Supply is here to help. A proud sponsor of area athletics.
Central Nebraska's premier insurance agency is Goldenrod Insurance in Stromsburg. Give Trayton or Corey a call today at 764-2291. Goldenrod Insurance is a proud supporter of area athletes.
This game is brought to you in part by Cubby's with hot and fresh deli food, Godfather's Pizza, and Chester's Chicken. Cubby's, supporting the communities they serve.
Brand Carpet and Tile, located in York and Friend, is your one-stop shop for all your flooring solutions and has been since 1975. Good luck to all area athletes.
See Kreidel Enterprises, your participating independent American Standard Air dealer. Call 362-2500 today. Kreidel Enterprises, a name you can trust.
Fillmore County Hospital in Geneva wants you to be healthy and happy. You can like us on Facebook to receive educational facts and tips. Fillmore County Hospital.
Do you need to upgrade or expand your on-the-farm grain drying and storage system? Then you need to visit with the grain drying and handling experts at Norquest Agri-Systems in McCool Junction, helping you take control.
Central Nebraska's premier insurance agency is Goldenrod Insurance in Stromsburg. Give Trayton or Corey a call today at 764-2291. Goldenrod Insurance is a proud supporter of area athletes.
This game is brought to you in part by Cubby's with hot and fresh deli food, Godfather's Pizza, and Chester's Chicken. Cubby's, supporting the communities they serve.
Get your car or truck repaired right the first time at Lavander's Body Shops in Grand Island, Hastings, St. Paul, North Platte, Kearney, York, Omaha, and their newest location in Seward.
It is reassuring to know that specialized medical care for you and your family is available in Polk County. At Annie Jeffrey Health Center, we are committed to providing you the highest quality health care available.
Make RC Pit Stop your convenience store in Rising City, located right on Highway 92. For beverages, food, and gas, stop at RC Pit Stop in Rising City.
See Copsa Odie and Associates for tax planning, consultation, and preparation. Let them help you with account services, financial analysis, or estate and succession planning. That's Copsa Odie and Associates in York.
Get your car or truck repaired right the first time at Lavander's Body Shops in Grand Island, Hastings, St. Paul, North Platte, Kearney, York, Omaha, and their newest location in Seward.
And we are back at the York City Auditorium. This is our final game. 6 games in the first round of the CRC tournament. We've got boys action right now. It is Dorchester taking on Shelby Rising City. It has been all Shelby Rising City so far, leading 32-11. Dorchester very undermanned, only 7 players on their team. I believe 6 of them have gotten action, and they're just getting winded because Shelby Rising City, Noah, they play an up-tempo type of game, and they're running the ball up in court, and when you can't sub in and out, you're just going to get gassed eventually.
Yeah, that's kind of what seems to happen here. If we look at the splits there, first quarter, Shelby Rising City led that 13-9. Second quarter, they finished off going into halftime 32-11, and they won that quarter 19-2.
Yeah.
Whenever you only give up 2 points in a quarter to the other team, I mean, you're doing a good job, but at the same time, you kind of have to look at their bench and just realize that they don't really have that much depth here tonight. So when your guys get just gassed, you don't really have too many guys to go to on the bench.
Yeah, you can't even give them a break.
No.
Because there's nobody to go to. Like Dorchester's biggest player, 6'3", Owen Vanolic, who I believe is their leading scorer too. He spent a better part of that second quarter on the bench.
Yeah.
And I think he was just winded, and they don't have anybody close to his stature to put in to take his place when he's on the bench.
Yeah, they really don't. And I mean, and then on the opposite side of things, if we go and we look at Shelby Rising City, they've got depth. They've got really good depth. Leading scorer for them is number 30, Nixon Thielen. He has 11 points. And then going down from points, we've got number 3, Dalton Picorni. He has 9. And then number 4, Isaac Whitmore. He has 6. And then we've just got a couple other, both with 3, number 2 and number 23, both with 3 points. But then we look at Dorchester's, their leading scorer has 4 points, and he's been sitting the bench the whole time. Number 44, for Dorchester. Owen Vanalik. I feel like we haven't really seen him that much because their bigger guys have had to go to the bench because they're getting gas. The 1 point or 1 bucket that they scored in that second quarter came from Vanalik, and that was their only score. And it was just like It's tough to see it because they just don't have the depth that they need in order for these type of tournaments. I feel like regular season you can kind of get away with it a little bit more, but these postseason games, when you're playing, or not postseason, I should say. I guess it's a version.
It's a version.
It's like the version of the NBA's in-season tournaments
that
they do. And you just don't have that depth, and so even if the Longhorns were to find a way to pull this one off and win it, they would have to play on Monday, and then after that you kind of go very quickly back to back. It almost seems like, and when you only have 7 guys on the whole roster, makes it very hard to keep up with a team that has 7 guys suited up, and then the rest of them you have 7 other guys just sitting on the bench. So.
Yep. Well, we're going to take a quick break here, and we'll be back with the second half. Again, Shelby Rising City leading Dorchester 32-11. We'll be right back with the second half of this first day of action at the CRC tournament at the York City Auditorium. We'll be right back in a couple of minutes right here on Cool Radio and Strive TV.
At Paliseed, we believe in grown from the ground up, from the field of play to the cornfield. We are proud to support high school athletes.
Be sure to visit Southeast Valley Irrigation and Bruning for all of your Valley Pivot needs, or call them today, 402-353-6775.
For decades, Generations Insurance Group of Exeter has found the lowest rates in the best insurance plans, protecting your cars, home, business, and family. Let them do the same for you.
LP HVAC has the solution to your HVAC problems. Residential, commercial, whatever the problem, LP HVAC has you covered. A proud sponsor of high school athletics.
Nebraska Equipment is your local Kubota and Case IH dealer serving Seward and surrounding areas. Visit them in Seward on 280th Road or call 643-6641 today.
Brown's Grocery Store in Sutton is your local community connection for high-quality foods, great prices, and superior friendly service. Working hard each and every day to earn your business. For all your irrigation needs, contact the folks at Fagan Irrigation for the fastest, reliable service. Contact Corbin at Fagan Irrigation today to see what they can do for you.
Jones Group Insurance and Financial Services of York is a proud supporter for all area sports and athletes. Contact Jones Insurance in York for all your insurance needs.
Welcome back to the York City Auditorium. It is the start of the second half. Dorchester will bring the ball in. It is Drake passing it off to Reel, looking for somebody open. Nobody's open. He hands it back to Drake. Drake goes to Wake. Wake drives into the paint and kicks it off into the Shelby Rising City stands.
Wow.
I'm not sure who he was passing that one to, but they were at least 8 feet tall.
Out there. I'm like, hey, Dad.
Shelby Rising City with the ball. It is Dutton Moford bringing it up. He goes off to the left side, hands it off to Picorni. Picorni to Noah Thalen. We got 2 Thalens out there. I don't know if they're brothers or cousins, but they're both freshmen and both playing very well. Picorni drives into the paint, kicks it back out to Whitmore, who puts up a long 3. It is off the back, and it is rebounded by Drake from Dorchester, and they're bringing it quickly up the court. Vanalik is back in there to start the third quarter. Reel drives into the paint and finds himself in trouble, but he finally puts up a jump shot. It is off the mark, off the front rim, and Shelby Rising City quickly down the court. Whitmore kicks it back out to Dutton Moford, gets it to Noah Thalen, puts up a long 3. Whitmore tried to get it. He kicked it over to Reel, and Dorchester has the rebound, and they're bringing it up the court. Reel over to Drake. Drake back to Reel. Trying to work it inside to Vanalik. There they get it to him. He kicks it back out to Wake. Wake loses the handle. Yep, Shelby Rising City, quick move once again. Dutton Mulford was going out of bounds, winged it over his back, and it hit Wake and bounced out of bounds, and so that ball will go to Shelby Rising City. We've seen him do that like 3 or 4 times tonight where he's going out of bounds and he'll just whip it over his back and keep the ball alive.
It's literally like a skill that he has. like I don't know how you learn how to do that.
You see it happen accidentally every so often. We've seen him do it 3 or 4 times tonight on purpose. He's practiced that. All right, Shelby Rising City inbounding the ball. Noah Thalen has it, gets it inside to Picorni, who kicks it back out to Dutton Mulford. A long 3 off the mark.
Way too strong on that one.
Rebounded by Wake, who gets it over to Reel, who brings it slowly across the half-court mark. Kicks it back out to Tchaikovsky, who drives into the paint and lays it up and in. Good play by Tchaikovsky, 32-13. Now is the score. Shelby Rising City leading, 5 minutes, 50 seconds left. Picorni kicks it out, goes to Thalen, back to Dutton Mulford, inside to Whitmore, who gets it to Picorni. And he drops it in. Little layup there, quick 2 points, 34-13. Now Dorchester struggling to get it across, but they do. Drake drives in, kicks it out. He gets it to Wake. Wake gets it back to Drake. Drake drives in, he tries the layup, but it is swatted down by Whitmore. Rebounded by Picorni, passed back out to Whitmore, who gets it to Dutton Mulford, who drains another three-pointer, 37-13. Dorchester bringing it quickly up the court, but then they stop, kick it back out to Reel. He puts up a 3. That one's off the back plate, rebounded by Dutton Mulford. Shelby Rising City bringing it down. Just under 5 minutes left to go in the third quarter, leading 37-13. They're working it around the key. Whitmore has it out there, a long 3.
Oh, wow.
They left him open for too long. He thought about it, and he's like, yep, okay. And 3 points for Whitmore.
That's it's
criminal.
They're just playing, they're playing very good. And, I mean, if you look at it, Nixon Thielen actually – he is leading all scorers right now with 14 points. He actually has more points than the entire Dorchester team has.
Oh, my.
Yes.
All right, we've got a quick timeout on the court. We'll take a 30-second timeout here, and we'll be right back. Shelby Rising City is leading Dorchester 40-13. We're at the CRC tournament on Cool Radio and Strive TV.
AgWest Land Brokers can answer all of your questions about buying and selling land, and Craig Yurkowski has the experience to make sure you make the right choices. When you go AgWest.
Central Valley Ag, your local cooperative, focuses on helping you select the best products and services for your operation. Our planet is hungry. Together, we feed it. Central Valley Ag, growing agriculture together.
At Cornerstone Bank, our team is committed to providing you with game-changing solutions for your financial needs. With 47 convenient locations throughout Nebraska, Cornerstone is dedicated to providing the service you deserve. Cornerstone Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And we are back. It is third quarter action at the CRC tournament. Boys side of the bracket. Dorchester taking on Shelby Rising City. Shelby Rising City is leading 40-13. 4 minutes, 32 seconds left in the third quarter, and Dorchester tries to inbound it. It was Tchaikovsky, but it is swatted right back out of bounds by Whitmore, so Dorchester going to try it again. This time it is stolen by Noah Thielen. And it's Shelby Rising City ball. Whitmore gets it inside. Quick little turn jump and off the mark. Dorchester with the rebound. Drake bringing it up the court quick. Defended by Whitmore. He slides past him and runs right in there for a layup, but it's off the mark. It kisses off the glass, but it kissed the wrong direction. Shelby Rising City, Dutton Mulford passes it down the court to Whitmore, who lays it in, and that's a quick 2 points for the Huskies, 42-13. Noah, we're not quite there yet, but we're getting dangerously close to that 40-point mark in this game, too, just like in the last game.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if we see a 40-point game just because of, how we've seen both of these, how we saw this game going.
right
Did
there.
Did he do it again?
He tried. Real passed a ball all the way down the court, and once again, Dutton Mulford runs down there and tried to wing it behind his back again, but it hit a Dorchester player, and it went Dorchester's way. So
I really thought he might have done it again.
I think he practices
and a
that move.
steal.
Oh, we have a steal by Picorni off of Vanolic.
Tried to dunk it.
He tried to dunk it and missed it, but got his own rebound, cleaned up his own mess, made the layup, and then got fouled by Vanolic.
So the dunk would have been pretty sick.
Yeah.
But you missed the dunk. Get your own rebound.
Then
put
you
it back
get the
in,
harm.
and then you get fouled. So, I mean, basically you're getting more points here, just doing a little bit more work.
Mm-hmm.
All
All
right.
right.
It's cool, though.
Picorni going for the three-point play, and he drains it. Just like that, it's 45-13. A couple substitutions here. Picorni going out, Noah Thalen going out. Donner is back in the game. A lot of freshmen getting a lot of playing time for Shelby Rising City tonight.
Be interesting to see if they usually get this much playing time.
Yeah, that's true. Real drives in, kicks it out. They get it to Drake. He gets it back to Real. Dribbling, goes inside, kicks it back out to Drake. Real with the three. Oh, I thought that one was going to be good, but it hit the back plate, bounced out. Whitmore has it, pushes it forward to Aiden Zimmerman. Zimmerman gets it out to Donner. Donner to Dutton Mulford for a long three. That's just
deep.
off. Dutton Mulford was almost on the Polk County line there. He was so far away from that shot, but it was off the mark, and after bouncing around quite a bit, it will be Dorchester's ball. They're bringing it inbounds. Real trying to get it in there. Nobody open. He gets it in finally to Vanolic.
You know what's crazy? I'm just looking up at the fouls. Vanolic has 4 fouls. So
that might be why he was on the bench. So.
But if he fouls out, then Dorchester's down to 6 players.
They're down to 6 players, yep. He's out there playing now. Real with a long shot. Just 2 points. It was close to a three-pointer, but not quite. 45-15 is our score. 2 minutes, 46 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Dutton Mulford gets it down low to Donner. Donner tries to kick it out. It kind of got lost there for a second, but wound up in the hands of Dutton Mulford, and he missed a long three-pointer. It goes to Donner, back to Picorni. Picorni puts up a little jump shot that is not quite on the mark. Rebounded by Real. Dorchester bringing it up quick. June has the ball. Back to Drake, back to Real. Dribbles, three-pointer.
Just off the mark, man.
Yep. Just a little more oomph, and that one would have been in. So Shelby Rising City with the rebound. 2 minutes, 5 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Donner tries to drive in deep and put a little underhanded layup in, and he cannot get it to fall. But it looks like we're going to have a foul underneath there. Zimmerman, while wrestling for the rebound, gets fouled, and so he is going to go to the line for 2. We've got 2 minutes and 1 second left to go in the third period. This game is pretty much in hand. I don't see a comeback happening, but we still got another quarter to play. Shelby Rising City leading 45-15. Make that 46-15. Substitutes coming back in. It will be Whitmore coming in for Picorni. And it looks like number 32, Leighton Cromwell, is going to be coming in after this free throw shot. It will be his first action of the evening. Zimmerman misses shot number 2. Oh, it looked like Vanolic had a handle on it, but then he lost it. Real gets it to Vanolic. It goes to June. They push it down the court really quick. It is slapped out of bounds by Whitmore, so it will remain Dorchester ball. And now it is Leighton Cromwell is coming in the game. Shelby Rising City trying to get some playing time for a lot of their players. Dorchester bringing it back in. It goes out to Drake. Drake to Real. Real gets it inside to Leighton. Leighton kicks it out to Drake. Long three.
Ooh.
Short three. It was way
a little short. Just
short.
a little short, yeah.
So it went out of bounds. It was an air ball. And we got a timeout, Dorchester. I think Vanalik needs a rest. Of course, he's playing with 4 fouls, and they only have 7 players. So they got a timeout. We'll take a quick timeout, too. We'll be back in a minute at the York City Auditorium. It is Shelby Rising City leading Dorchester 46-15 on Cool Radio and Strive TV.
Stuck in heavy traffic? Construction keeping you at a standstill? Cow in the road? Well, cool traffic updates are here. Be sure to tune in so you can keep up and stay on time. You don't need to be stuck in traffic because you're listening to Cool Radio for your Sapp Brother Travel Center updates. If you need to submit a traffic report, be sure to add the hotline number to your phone and call 402-745-1901 to share your Sapp Brothers Travel Center traffic report.
Don't just replace windows, replace worry and take the worry out of the replacement. Anderson Windows and Doors make improving your home quick, easy, and worry-free. Jensen Lumber in York has a wide variety of styles, options, and accessories to complement any home. Enjoy instant comfort, plus energy savings and long-lasting beauty with virtually no maintenance. Anderson Windows and Doors are affordable, durable, and beautiful. Stop by Jensen Lumber at West 4th Street today and experience the Anderson difference.
Well, it would take a heck of a comeback by Dorchester for this game to not already be decided, but that's why they play the game. It is 1 minute and 35 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Shelby Rising City on top 46-15. They're working it inside. They get a little jump shot there that is off the mark, but getting his own rebound, Jackson Carter lays it up and in, and it is now 48-15. With 1 minute and 17 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Got a little jostling going around underneath the basket. Vanalik still out there with 4 fouls. He has been the bulk of their offense tonight. Mason June trying to drive up to the hoop, and he loses the handle. It gets swatted out of his hand, and Dorchester will inbound the ball once again. Real going outside, looking for somebody open. He's been having a difficult time finding the open man and getting it inside, so he tries to get it Vanalik. It's off Vanalik's fingertips, and Tchaikovsky gets it. Tchaikovsky passes out to Andy Drake. Andy Drake gets it back out to Tchaikovsky. Tchaikovsky to Real. Looking for somebody to get open. There is a significant height advantage for Shelby Rising City, and of course they've got more depth with Dorchester only having 7 players on the roster, and they do look tired. Shelby Rising City plays a very up-tempo style of game, and they have been running Dorchester up and down the court.
Yeah, they have been. And I think that on top of Dorchester not having that many guys, they're just wearing them down.
They're wearing them down, and I mean, all of the players for Dorchester, they look winded. You can see it in their body language.
Yeah.
And they're playing their hearts out. They're just outmanned in this game right now. Donner is back out there. He's on Real. He punches it away, but Real is able to get it back. He gets it to June. June out to Drake. Drake drives in, and it is swatted away by Whitmore. And you can see the frustration on Drake right there. Nothing he is trying is working. Last shot of the quarter, Whitmore puts it up. It is off of the back plate, and that is our third quarter. It is 48-15, Shelby Rising City leading Dorchester. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back for the final quarter of this one from the CRC tournament at the York City Auditorium. It's Shelby Rising City 48, Dorchester 15 on Cool Radio and Strive TV.
The best place to have fun with friends and family is at Sunset Bowl. Sunset Bowl is your affordable, family-friendly spot in York. Come enjoy cosmic bowling, arcade games, and so much more. When it's time to party, you know the Sunset Bowl has you covered. Birthdays, fundraisers, corporate events, they're all perfect for Sunset Bowl in York. For more information and to get signed up for their email list, go to sunsetbowlyork.com.
Sunset Bowl Bowling Center.
This game is brought to you in part by Cubby's with hot and fresh deli food, Godfather's Pizza, and Chester's Chicken. Cubby's, supporting the communities they serve.
Get your car or truck repaired right the first time at Lavander's Body Shops in Grand Island, Hastings, St. Paul, North Platte, Kearney, York, Omaha, and their newest location in Seward.
And we are back for the fourth and final quarter, not only of this game, but of this day, your first day of the CRC Tournament 2024. 6 games today, and this will wrap things up. Shelby Rising City inbounds the ball. Dutton Moford on the dribble. He passes it in the middle. He was trying to get Picorni cut into the hoop, but it is tipped by Dorchester, and they steal the ball, drive it down, kick it out to Wake. Wake to Drake. Drake to Vanalik. Vanalik stops at the free throw line and pops up a jump shot. It is not there, and Shelby Rising City with the rebound. Not slowing down, even though they have a big lead. They are still playing up-tempo basketball, trying to work it under the hoop. There's Dutton Moford. He gets it in there to Thielen. Thielen to Whitmore. Whitmore misses a little jump shot, and it goes back to Dorchester. Real bringing it down. 7 minutes, 15 seconds left to go in this game. Real kind of saw an opening. I don't think he was expecting it. He stopped, and he looked like he was going to pass, and there was nobody in front of him to the hoop, so he just drove the lane and laid it in, and there's 2 points for Dorchester, 48-17.
Hey, there you go.
There was Noah Thielen throwing up another 3 ball, and so there.
All 6 of his points come from threes.
And again, Noah Thielen, one of the smaller players on the court, only 5'5", but he's been putting up those big shots. And as I said, there's Noah Thielen and there's Nixon Thielen. I don't know if they're brothers or cousins, but they're both freshmen. Whitmore, no, sorry, that was Picorni with a long 3 off the mark. He goes for his own rebound. It's getting tossed around. Dorchester gets it. Drake has it right on the line, but he is able to recover and drive it down the court. He kicks it out there to Tchaikovsky. Tchaikovsky to Vanalik. Vanalik to Real. Real off the mark with a 3-pointer, and it goes out of bounds. It will be Shelby Rising City ball. Just there's no slowdown in Shelby Rising City. Even though they've got a 51-17 point lead, they keep pushing that ball up the court. A very up-tempo style of ball. And like I said, the Dorchester players not being able to substitute, they just look exhausted. All right, there's a steal by Dorchester. That is Wake, who drives it through the lane, puts up a layup that does not fall. Real gets the rebound. He was driving to the hoop. I think in the end they're going to call it that he got tripped, but it seriously looked like he just collapsed under there.
It really did. I mean, he hasn't had really a break this entire game. I understand if your legs are going out. Mine would be too.
All right, he's trying to bring the ball inbounds. Shelby Rising City has been applying a ton of pressure on those inbound passes, and they've had trouble, but he gets it in, and now he gets it back. It goes to Tchaikovsky. Tchaikovsky to Real. Real driving in the lane, and he loses the ball. Picorni pickpockets him and gets the ball out of there, and oops, it's swatted down by Drake, but it is caught by Picorni.
Ooh, and he gets stuffed by the rim there.
Yep, Picorni goes up and misses the shot. Vanalik with the rebound, and Real bringing it in again. This time he gives it off to Tchaikovsky. Tchaikovsky to Vanalik. Vanalik to Drake. Drake to Tchaikovsky. Vanalik thought about taking up the 3, but he passes it back to Tchaikovsky, back to Real, back to Drake. Drake off to the right side, gets it in the middle to Vanalik, puts up the layup, does not get the basket, but he does get the foul, so he will go to the line for 2. 5 minutes left to go in this game. 51-17 is the score. Vanalik at the line. He's been playing this entire second half with 4 fouls. But
it's impressive.
Oh, that shot was not impressive. That was a bad miss.
Yeah, that was not the greatest shot.
As tired as he is, I'm surprised he can get a shot off at all. Second one misses too, so he goes for 0 for 2 from the line. Zimmerman drives the lane and is able to put that one in. It is now 53-17. Just under 5 minutes left to go. Shelby Rising City well in command of this one. Not surprising with the low numbers for Dorchester and the high style of play by Shelby Rising City. They're just tired. However, they're not quitting. Real drives the lane and gets another layup to go down. It's 53-19. And there, Picorni loses a pass, and Dorchester's able to recover it. And so once again, they bring it up the court. Real drives in, backs out, gives it to Drake. Drake moving off to the right side. He's not really thinking about shooting right now. He does drive it in and tries to put up a layup, but it's off the back, and it is a miss. Recovered by Shelby Rising City. Noah Thalen launches up a long jump shot. It misses, but Picorni gets the rebound. Picorni gets another rebound, and he passes it inside to Zimmerman. Zimmerman misses a little jump shot, and it goes back to Dorchester, 53-19. 3 minutes and 46 seconds left to go in this fourth quarter. Drake puts up a long three. That one is off the back plate, and it is rebounded by Shelby Rising City. Shelby Rising City kicks it over to Noah Thalen. Thalen to Zimmerman. Zimmerman drives into the paint, puts up a layup. It is off the mark. Rebounded by Drake from Dorchester, and we're just going up and down the court, trading missed shots right now. Real drives into the paint, puts up a jump shot, misses the shot, but he is fouled, so he will go back to the line. And you can tell that young man is exhausted, because when he gets a chance to, it's hands on the knees. He's doing everything he can to catch his breath, but he's played every minute of this game. His first foul shot is off the mark, and again, as soon as the ball missed, he was down. I mean, he is struggling to catch his breath. This is quite the workout all of these starters for Dorchester have been getting. Now we have seen every player for Dorchester as Frank Mateka comes in the game. Finally, now all 7 players. Vanalik goes to the bench. And once again, Real misses his second shot. A scramble for the ball over there, and it's going to remain Dorchester ball, 53-19. 3 minutes, 21 seconds left. Real will bring the ball in. Gets this one into Wake. Wake drives into the paint, puts up a layup. It's off the mark. Real gets it. He loses the handle, but Wake picks it up, and he is able to get that one to drop. So it is now 53-21. Shelby Rising City once again right down the court. Dutton Mulford gets it to Zimmerman. Zimmerman tries to put up a little jump shot, but he is fouled, so he will go to the line. It is 53-21, 3 minutes, 5 seconds left. Shelby Rising City well in control of this one, but hats off to Dorchester. They have not quit fighting this entire game, even though they are physically exhausted. Zimmerman puts his first shot in. It is now 54-21. He'll go to the line again for his second of 2. Toes the line, bounces it once, puts his shot up and in. 55-21 is your score. 3 minutes left to go in this game. It's all over but the shouting, but Dorchester is fighting to the last second. Real once again puts up a little jump shot, rolls right over the top of the rim. Shelby Rising City gets the rebound, throws it down the court. Leighton Cromwell is there for an easy lay-in, and it's 57-21. Chase Stokowski is out there with the ball. He gives it to Mason June. June is dribbling around. Kind of an errant pass, but Real is able to pick it up. He drives in, kicks it back out to Wake. Wake to Real. Real for 3. Just off the mark. It hit the front end of the rim and bounced out. Shelby Rising City running right down the court once again. Cromwell passes it to Dutton Mulford. No, Dutton Mulford lays it in. It's 59-21.
And now Shelby Rising City has 9 different players that have scored at least 2 points.
They have more players that have scored than Dorchester has players. That kind of tells you how this game is going.
Yeah, just a little bit. Well, at the same time, you got to give it up to Dorchester. You know, out of their 7 players, they have 5 out of their 7 have scored at least 2 or more points. It's not bad.
No.
It could be much worse.
They're fighting to the end, even though they are undermanned. We've got under 2 minutes left to go in this one. Dorchester inbounding it to June. June steps out of bounds, but he's blocked out of bounds, so it's going to be a foul, and he is going to go to the line. 59-21, Mason June going to the line. He is a 5'7" freshman. One of 2 freshmen on the team, 2 seniors, 2 sophomores, 2 freshmen, and 1 junior makes up your 7-man roster for Dorchester. Mason June going to the line. This will be the first time he shot free throws tonight. That one is well short. Just when you're tired,
you're tired.
You're tired.
You're tired. Hey, at least you know. I mean, after a good workout like this today, you're going to sleep good.
Yeah, they're going to sleep real well tonight. All right, he gets the second one to fall, and it's now 59-22. A minute 54 seconds left in this game. Donner bringing it up the court. Another freshman out there for Shelby Rising City. He hands it off to, well, we have a number 12 out there, and I do not have a number 12 on my roster, so I'm afraid that young man is going to go unnamed. All right. Wake got knocked down hard underneath the basket, and he is visibly frustrated. You can tell not only the scoreboard, but just the way this game has gone. The Dorchester players are tired, and they're ready for this to be done, but they keep fighting. Vanolic comes back in the game with 4 fouls. Shelby Rising City gets it in quick, but misses a jump shot. Our unnamed number 12 out there misses a jumper, and Drake has it. He gives it to June. June drives off to the right side, loses the handle, and it will be Shelby Rising City ball. Shelby Rising City, number 10 out there now. Jackson Carter, another freshman, will be inbounding it to Donner. Donner bringing it up the court. He is being defended by Tchaikovsky, but he gets it across the half-court line, passes it in the middle to Cromwell, who loses it. Dorchester passes the ball down the court, and it is intercepted by Carter. Carter gets it to Cromwell. Cromwell puts up a very errant layup. It is rebounded by Shelby Rising City, but they travel. So the ball will go back to Dorchester. We're sitting at a minute 4 seconds left. 59-22. Shelby Rising City is leading this one. Dorchester fighting to the end. June puts up a wild shot that actually almost fell, but it is rebounded by Donner. He brings it up the court, passes it to Carter. Carter puts up a long 3. It is off the mark. Rebounded by Dorchester. Tchaikovsky brings it up over to Drake. Drake thinks about the 3, pulls it down, dribbles, and loses control, and it bounces harmlessly out of bounds. So Shelby Rising City will get the ball back with just under 30 seconds left to go. Quick substitution here. Drake goes to the bench. Reel comes back in. Donner has the ball for Shelby Rising City, bringing it up the court, just past the half-court mark. He loses the handle, but picks it back up. And then he travels, trying to find somebody open to pass the ball to, and he took too many steps, traveled with the ball. It will go back to Dorchester with 16 seconds left. They bring it in. June will bring it up the court. He hands it back to Tchaikovsky. Tchaikovsky gets it past the half-court line. I imagine they will just try for one final shot, but Tchaikovsky tries to pass it to Reel, and it is behind his back and goes out of bounds, so the ball will go to Shelby Rising City. Carter will bring it in to Donner, and they will just dribble this one out. This game is over. Final score, 59-22. I do tip my hat to a very outmanned Dorchester team for playing hard the entire game. Shelby Rising City just had more players and wore them down. So we'll be right back to wrap this one up, and that will wrap up our first day of the tournament, CRC, happening at the York City Auditorium. The final from this one, Shelby Rising City 59, Dorchester 22. We'll be back in a couple of minutes to wrap this one up from the York City Auditorium on Cool Radio and Strive TV.
It is reassuring to know that specialized medical care for you and your family is available in Polk County. At Annie Jeffrey Health Center, we are committed to providing you the highest quality health care available.
Central Valley Ag, your local cooperative, focuses on helping you select the best products and services for your operation. Our planet is hungry. Together, we feed it. Central Valley Ag, growing agriculture together.
See Copsa Odie and Associates for tax planning, consultation, and preparation. Let them help you with account services, financial analysis, or estate and succession planning. That's Copsa Odie and Associates in York.
All right, that wraps up day one from the York City Auditorium in the CRC tournament. I am Gene Curtis. I am joined by Noah Boyd, and we'll wrap this one up. Dominating win by Shelby Rising City. They will move on to play Monday. Now, of course, Monday we will have the boys and girls games in separate buildings. I believe the girls are here at the Auditorium, and the boys will be playing at York University. So there will be two different sites on Monday. But Shelby Rising City moving on in the tournament. What are your thoughts, Noah?
I mean, they really just dominated there. If we look at the splits here, won the first quarter 13-9, second quarter 19-2, third quarter 16-4, and the fourth quarter, even with all your substitutions in, still won that 11-7 with a final of 59-22. One thing that was interesting to see, they had, let me count this up real quick. They had 9 different players scoring 2 or more points. They had 2 different players scoring 14 points. That was Nixon Thielen and Dalton Picorni. And then besides that, they also had number 4, Isaac Whitmore. He had 11 points. And just really good basketball by CRC. At CRC by Shelby Rising City. But, I mean, that's kind of what we can see happen whenever you play a team like Dorchester when they only have 7 guys.
Mm-hmm.
You get gassed out real quick, and it's hard to go the distance and keep up for such a long time when you don't have many guys to help keep you guys up.
Substitute, like we saw at the end of the game there, Owen Reel, he was just physically exhausted by the end of the game. Every time he had a chance, his hands were on his knees and he was trying to catch his breath. And that was most of the Dorchester team. And they fought until the end. Just
they really did.
Outmanned on this one. And so Shelby Rising City will move on. They are the victors, 59-22. We will be back. We will have games Monday on both Cool Radio and Max Country, so make sure that you tune in. And once again, we'll be teaming up with Strive TV, so you can watch all of the action online too. So we'll be back Monday. Thank you very much for joining us today. For Noah Boyd, I am Gene Curtis, and this has been first round coverage of the CRC tournament from the York City Auditorium on Cool Radio and Strive TV.